You are 16, standing in the grandest villa in Rome. The sun sets over the Tiber River, and the city's bustling life feels distant behind the thick walls of the imperial household. You've been brought here for one purpose: to be a concubine, a woman whose beauty and charm are prized, but whose fate is sealed the moment you step inside. You are owned, desired, and discarded at a whim. And though the villa glows with luxury, there's a darker side to this opulent life. One wrong move, and you could disappear into the shadows. In this story, you'll live the life of a concubine in ancient Rome, navigating power, passion, betrayal, and survival in a world where status and beauty are everything. From lavish feasts to deadly rivalries, we'll explore the hidden lives of women in Rome's imperial courts and what it really meant to be the emperor's or nobleman's pleasure. This is not just about luxury. It's about the dangerous game you play when you're a concubine in the world's most powerful empire. Your journey to Rome is long and silent, the road paved with uncertainty. You come from a small provincial town in Italy. Your father is a soldier, your mother a seamstress, and you have no choice but to surrender to fate. Your beauty, your youth, your body, that's all that matters now. You are 16 when they bring you to the villa of Marcus Aemilius, a wealthy senator whose name is whispered in every corner of Rome. His villa sits on the Palatine Hill, the heart of Roman nobility. Here, the marble columns and gleaming floors contrast sharply with the streets of Rome you've only heard about in stories. But this world is not welcoming. It's cold, calculating, and dangerous. Marcus Aemilius is an older man, respected in Rome's Senate, but he desires what your youth offers: pleasure. Your beauty, like many others, is a commodity, and in the eyes of men like him, that's all you are. The other concubines treat you with a mixture of pity and disdain. They have survived this far, but you know better than to assume safety. The first few months are a blur of feasts, silken gowns, and endless praise. You're treated as an object of desire, paraded at banquets, your beauty accentuated by the finest oils and perfumes. You wear silk and golden jewelry, your presence only required to please and entertain. But this luxury comes at a price. The other concubines are never far, always watching, always calculating. The power struggles in the villa are subtle but fierce. You quickly learn that being the favorite means everything, but nothing lasts forever. The younger, more beautiful women will always rise, and if they catch the eye of your master, your position will quickly crumble. The housemaids and servants share whispers, and it doesn't take long to understand that Marcus is a man of indulgences, who loves the power he has over his concubines. But there's no real affection. You are there to satisfy his desires, but your status is temporary. As you spend more time in the villa, your beauty becomes your currency. Marcus shows you favor. He brings you to his private chambers, calls you to his bed, and whispers sweet promises in your ear. But there is no love here, only power. You're not the only one. Marcus has other women, other concubines, and his wife, Aurelia, keeps her watchful eyes on everything. Aurelia, once a young, beautiful woman like you, is the rightful wife, but she knows well that love is not the foundation of Roman marriage. Power is. Aurelia treats you with a subtle cruelty, always finding ways to remind you of your place. She calls you just another pretty face in the villa, and sometimes when she passes by, you feel her cold gaze on your skin. But you stay silent, for in Rome, silence can be survival. You begin to wonder, if you bore Marcus a son, would that change your position? Or would you, like all the others, be discarded once the novelty of youth fades? The day you find out you're pregnant is a turning point. You've been here for nearly 2 years, and Marcus finally notices the change in your body. You begin to swell with the weight of what you know could either elevate or doom you. At first, Marcus seems pleased. He speaks of legacy, of ensuring that his name and wealth are passed on. But Aurelia, always the calculating woman, begins to show signs of tension. She knows that a son of Marcus will have power, and she's seen enough of the younger concubines rise to the occasion before. Your pregnancy isn't just a blessing. It's a game of survival. A son means security. Without a child, your time in the villa is limited. As your stomach grows, you sense the power dynamics shifting. The other concubines eye you differently now. Some offer congratulations. Others hint that Marcus may tire of you. You begin to understand that you are part of an unspoken battle for favor. The tension rises with every passing month. The weight of your pregnancy feels like both a gift and a curse. Aurelia's coldness deepens as the days go by, and every glance from her reminds you that the power in this house can shift on a whim. The day you give birth is both joyous and painful. The midwife's hands are firm, guiding you through the contractions. The birth is difficult, but it is successful. A son, Marcus heir. For a brief moment, you are the center of attention. Marcus is overjoyed, holding his son in his arms and calling him the future of their great family. Your heart swells with pride, but deep down, you know that the joy is fleeting. The other concubines congratulate you, but their smiles hide the envy, for they know that your son's birth elevates you, at least for now. Yet the real danger lies in Aurelia's gaze. She smiles at the child, but you can feel the undercurrent of tension. She has been a wife of Marcus for years and knows all too well how quickly power shifts. She's watched younger concubines rise and fall, and she knows that in Rome, a son could mean a woman's power, but only if he's recognized legally by the father. Your son's future remains uncertain, especially in the world of politics and inheritance. If Marcus does not formally recognize your son, he may not inherit his wealth or land. The birth of a child alone does not guarantee a place in the family legacy. While Marcus may express pride now, the future of your son depends on the will Marcus writes, and whether your child's position will ever be legally acknowledged in his inheritance. A son may protect you, but only as long as he is part of Marcus' official lineage. You know that a concubine's position in Roman society is always fragile, and eventually, Marcus may tire of you. Someone younger, someone with more beauty, may soon take your place. The years pass. Your son grows strong, learning the ways of Marcus' household. His education begins under the watchful eyes of tutors, and Marcus takes pride in his son's sharp mind. You still have a place in his life, but the balance of power begins to shift. As the years progress, Marcus' attention starts to wane. The younger concubines arrive, each more beautiful than the last, and they're eager to catch his eye. Your position, once at the center of attention, gradually diminishes. You're no longer the object of desire. You are now the mother of an heir, and that status will carry weight for a time. However, in the world of Rome, youth and beauty are more valuable than anything else. By the time your son reaches his teenage years, your influence is largely diminished. Marcus calls for new concubines, and as the cycle of power shifts, you are gradually forgotten, left in the shadow of those who hold the emperor's fleeting favor. Though your son is now a part of Marcus' family legacy, your role remains that of a concubine, and your own future is tied to his. When Marcus dies, your son inherits his wealth and lands, but not without complications. Because you are never officially married to Marcus, your place in the inheritance is always at risk. Your son, despite being his heir, may struggle to secure the full wealth and titles without legal acknowledgement. The passing of the estate may depend on whether Marcus recognized the son legally in his will. As for you, the villa, once your home, is no longer yours. You fade into the background, just another forgotten concubine in the long history of the house. Though your son's inheritance ensures you a place in the household, the grand lifestyle you once had begins to slip away, and your influence becomes but a distant memory. You live in luxury, but you were never truly free. The power you held, like your beauty, was always fleeting. As a concubine in Rome, your worth was determined by your youth, your ability to bear children, and your role in the world of men who owned you. In the end, a concubine's legacy is fragile. Even if you bear the emperor's child without legal recognition, your son's inheritance and your place in his future can be easily overturned. The power, once given, can just as easily be taken away. Would you risk it all for a chance at power and luxury in Rome, knowing it might only be temporary? Or would you choose a quieter life, free from the dangers of intrigue, yet at the cost of security and influence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What would you have done? And don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories from the heart of ancient Rome.